Hi everyone, welcome on this video. We are out again with something new. Today actually we're gonna build a monastery in the mountains. So I'm glad to have you around, and if you're around and you like the video, please hit the like button. Although if you are interested in my other videos, just hit subscribe and you can come and follow me on my journey with, at the moment, Japanese builds. But let's hope that we're gonna get to the gameplay pretty soon. I am trying to get as many CC as possible and trying to build the area up to get to that point. But now let's get back to this video because I am so excited, guys, to share this one for you, with you today. So in my first video I mentioned that I'm gonna need a temple in my Japanese village, and last week I felt like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna download it from the gallery, let's just build it. I can do it. I felt confident on that day and jumped in. And I mentioned also that I'm not so good with the terrain tools, but I was so proud of myself. I managed to build like a ladder mountain temple in the end. So as you can see, I do have the gate on the street side and then gone up by one level and then one more level and then and again another level. And as you can see, like how often in Japanese builds you'll have like sorry, not quite like Japanese builds, but it actually like with these monasteries and Buddhist temples, you're gonna get lots of little buildings around and then the temple itself. So I've got all the builds together, and then I was struggling with the temple itself. As you can see, like I'm trying this octagon building, but it just did not work out. I don't know what was the reason. I've tried the presetted octagon, it was not working, and then I've tried to build it free-handed and it's still off, but I've managed to fix it in the end, so I was like quite proud I've managed to get that together. My only struggle, and I'm really sorry in advance for the building, was that the camera was keep dropping up and down from the heights. I was trying to edit these out, so make sure that you're not gonna get like seasickness watching this video. But yeah, it was quite heavy duty to get it and get the point we able to build. So here we go. Building the temple, or like the shrine part. To be honest, it's not a huge deal, but I was quite glad. Now again, I've googled, and actually I'll be honest with you guys, this temple, like the one which I was trying to copy, is not based in Japan. It is based in China. But what I was trying to get, because of the gameplay, okay, so this is not an existing temple. It is a bit of mixture between Chinese and Japanese. So in the end, all I needed is actually a Shaolin Buddhist temple, which ones are not quite exist in Japan, because Kung Fu is related to China. But some of the Kung Fu masters, apparently they've gone over to Japan, to the island, so it could have been, and it possibly once it was something that was true, but I just needed it for my gameplay. I needed some space to learn martial arts. So you're gonna see that in the end, this monastery includes school and martial arts field as well. But building wise, we are back still on the temple part, and I was trying my best to get like the colors done and ready. You're gonna see that there are, because it is a Chinese build in the end of the day, but also if you ever been in a Buddhist temple Wat, you could see lots of reds around. So as you've seen probably in my previous videos, I'm not so colorful, but this time I was trying to add like a bit of color, a bit of flair around. Now here I was struggling a bit with the coloring outside and inside, and also the doors, they just would not go into the middle. But I've decided, like, yeah, whatever, I just stay with it. But later on I'm gonna return and fix it, because I can't bear it when it's not in the middle. So yeah, that's what it is, I guess. So here we have the monasteries outside, and then I've gone over to the next building. The next building will be the living area for the monks, I guess. And later on, as a bonus, because I have totally forgotten about it, you're gonna see in a minute, I'm gonna add another flight, or like another building on the top of this building, and I have totally forgotten about it later on. So it is going to be like just a little bonus video when I'm finishing up that extra part. But in here I was quite glad to hit the decoration. I mean, it is literally looks like on the photo. And this time I managed to get like quite decent roofs as well. However, on one buildings I literally failed and just could not get it right, because it was asymmetric and it was gone like crazy. But yeah, hey, that's it. So on here we have this little field where you can relax while you are climbing the mountain up to the temple. And then I carried on to the bottom building, which will be the housing of the monks. So they're gonna be the little cells where they can sleep. And more or less that's it. I think just like bathrooms for them. Actually, by watching it back, I have totally forgotten about to build a bathroom for the visitors as well. So I guess they just gonna have to hold on to it, because there is hardly any space left. And with this fence, like in a beginning, you could have seen that I've built the fence, did the gate, built the fence again because the terrain tool erased it, and then gate gone, and then etc. So it is really difficult to deal with the terrain tools. I am so jealous on other builders who can, like, literally they can spot on hit and build everything on the top of the mountains. But I think it is definitely a step where I've got with this monastery. I'm glad I've tried and not just downloaded something. So yeah, in the end I think it is absolutely fine. Now on here we are on the landscaping part. There was even, I had this mountain, and you can hardly place anything onto the mountain, to be honest. I still had like quite a bit of garden to furnish up with trees and plants and stones. I am really upset on I can't color the side of the mountain, so it's just as it is. It is just this dirty ground instead of having rocks, because that's what I wanted. I really wanted to add like rocks all the way around, but it wouldn't even let me really to place the rocks because they are literally floating off. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be dirty rocks. But in the end it turned out like quite good, I think. Like, let's say, just like leave a comment, did you like it in the end, how it turned out, or would you have done something differently from what I've done with this whole monastery? I would be glad to have your comments below and have any feedbacks, because I do sit down, I build, but I would be really interested in if you like my builds, or would you possibly like to see something different. So feel free, leave a comment and I'm gonna come back to you. So still on building part, rocks. and plants, rocks and plants around the whole building, because I was trying to give the feel of the rocky part, but as I say, like there was hardly any place to actually place things and bits. However, saying this, like I think it took me over an hour until I was landscaping. So it is just a chill, watching me figuring out the plants, and then back on the buildings, get windows done, and then we can literally jump onto lights and furnishing. I was quite glad to find these Chinese lanterns, because they really gave the feel of what I was looking for. So as you can see, like I've placed them all around the monastery. It is literally everywhere they have gone. And later on, I'm trying how the monastery looks like in the dark, and I love it. Like I would really be the person of traveling around the earth to get there and watch how it's been lit up, because I think it really hits the point for me. But again, leave a comment below and let me know how do you feel about it. So if you can see here that all the buildings are shining up, and because they are colorful, then you can spot them from far away, which is pretty good, because I think I've chosen the plot which is in the island of Brindleton Bay, because it has lots of greeneries and everything around. There was a point why I wanted to go with it. But still, from the far, you can spot the temple on the top of the mountains. So on here, I'm trying to build up my Buddha little shrine. I found these Buddha CCs, and I'm gonna, like, instead of links, because I believe now YouTube does not really like us to leave links, just to make sure that you are safe and you're not going on a website which may offer you some viruses next to the beautiful CCs. So I'm gonna leave the name of the creators in the comment section, and feel free to Google them and download their CCs. However, probably with this Buddha statue, I'm not quite happy because it is see-through. You might can't see it from here, but there is no back for it, and actually from this point you might can see that the statue is see-through. So I had to place something behind it just to make it less ugly, I guess. But at least I have something, and in the meantime I found other statues, so I might replace it later on, but just watch out for it. We're gonna come back to this temple, I'm hoping, really soon. I had like a really good CC shopping around in the last couple of days. I was watching other YouTubers and try to learn lots of things, so I'm hoping that the videos quality will improve as well as I went on to Skillshare. This is not nothing to do with me and marketing Skillshare. I'm not getting money from them, but there is 2 months free once you get onto the website, and I've managed to learn a bit of OBS Studio, which I'm using for recording, etc. So if you ever wanted to learn a little bit more of creating these videos, then yeah, feel free, get over there. But I'm not getting commissioned of spreading the word on them, but I have seen their advertisements on YouTube all the way around, and I'm glad I've gone on because I just learned a couple of bits and bobs. So I do recommend, but I'm not getting paid for it, just to make it clear. So on here I have started to build the cells, as you've seen, and now we are on to the living area of the monks. I was heavily struggling with the lights inside because I was not planning to add windows around or anything, so I had to place loads of lights, but it just did not felt really like good to add, I guess, like really modern lightings, and these older looking ones, they are a bit odd because they don't give enough light around. So I've tried the candlesticks and then deleted them, added these lights in the end all the way around, but it was just too much again, so you're gonna see that I'm gonna get rid of a few of them. And we have the little kitchen area, we have a dining table for 6, and I thought, like, let's add some chess because our monks should have something fun around to do, and I'm not gonna give them any television or anything like that, so chess could be a good idea. And as you can see on the other side of the kitchen and living area, I have added the martial arts practicing part, the dojo, and I managed to find this ninja and samurai punching boxes, which I was like thrilled. Oh my goodness. So I've downloaded those, added those, absolutely no questions around that, and I've game tested them and they do work, so I am glad. I'm really glad with this find. Sometimes I do struggle to find bits and bobs, like I was trying to find a karate gi for my Sims, and they do exist for Sims 2 and Sims 3, but not really for Sims 4. So I guess I'm gonna have to, like, I found something like which comes with a white belt and a black belt, so there is nothing in between, but at least I have those. But if someone come across to like a standard gi with all the belts, please link me to that, or let me know the creator's name and I'm going to be on their site without a question, because I would love to have a few in white and black. Would be amazing. Alright, so now we are already on the bonus video with the little school on the top of the living area, which I just found after I finished the whole monastery, and then just seen like, oh, there is another room which we left out. So I returned back, struggled in the stairs, and then I have my little school area, because obviously our younger monks have to learn about Buddhism and the world outside. So I guess it's all finished up. So we are already here in the walkthrough. Have fun watching it, and I am hoping that you can give me a like on this video, leave any comments below, and if you do enjoy my content, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell button next to the subscribe button, so you're gonna get a notification once I'm uploading. But at the moment the schedule is on Monday at 6 GMT. So have fun and have a lovely day, guys. Bye!